Hari ini kita bakalan nonton tim Liquid.
Really struggling to
Udah sambil live.
identity.
Iya. Jangan
Kita sambil nobar.
Jangan diituin.
Tweetuin.
Itu jangan di bet. Jangan di
Hah? Emang gue mundur-mundurin?
Itu lu ngepost. Apa di guanya aja?
Ji, lu nge-lag kali?
Nah, iya, kayaknya gua nih nge-lag.
Sambil nge-stream iyalah nge-lag.
Like you were talking about, to just take these aggressive fights up in the mids or take aggressive.
Oh my god. Mana nih, nggak main-main aja. Mau datang.
Oh iya, ini Loud cowok yang fanatik menang. Pas fanatik kalah di mocking. Pas menang tiba-tiba penontonnya pada walk off. Yang gue bilang yang Brazilian toxic.
Bad omen.
It's Jover. It's Joe. Go home. Prepared to go straight to LA.
That's gotta just be
It's
like
Joe
everyone's
Biden.
keyboard and mouse or something.
Hopefully some extras, you know, you never know what's gonna happen on stage. He's got all the extras.
Sudah
He's
basi
like
deh.
bringing all the snacks, the true ready to go. Hopefully it's that option instead. But outside of the IGLs of this team, I think we need to talk about two of the players in the server that were at one time considered the absolute best.
Harusnya Vala ini ya nyediain kayak
It's of course Nats and
custom
Les,
match,
the
tapi
two Sentinel players,
kayak Mobile Legends tuh
players
sih.
on this team, Valent, and I know at times you've played some of those roles,
Match.
and these guys are kind of the players to look
Enggak,
up to.
yang buat
Yeah,
turnamen.
I mean, both
Jadi
these players have a pretty
lu kalau mau
playstyle, but also they're
kalau
so
menang
mechanically talented
ada
on a
benefit
role like
in game
Sentinel,
juga.
where you're taking a lot of these aggressive fights, lurking or
Naik
anchoring bomb
rank
sites,
misalnya.
and they have the mechanics and the star capability to pull it all off. You see multiple, like Nats is probably the best site anchor we have at Champions right now, pulling out 3Ks and 4Ks.
Lu tau Nets gak?
And Les as well. He's a player on Sentinel.
mau apa?
He takes a lot of early engagements on you, but he's so good that he always wins them, getting key 5v4s for the team, and both incredible players, really.
I feel like Nats is a little bit of a different player though, because he plays a
Di
lot
tim
more
mana?
Cypher, and when I watch
itu
him
tuh.
play Viper, he's way more util oriented than when I watch
Lu
someone
lagi
like
ngeliat
Les
ini kan yang
play,
lagi
where
interview,
when I
lagi
see him,
ngobrol kayak
he's just a mechanical god. He feels like a turret when he plays Killjoy. He's like the second turret.
second.
Yep, except the Vandals, the bullets.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit stronger than the normal Killjoy turret
Satu
there.
player tuh
And it is
jadi
insane to
bot
think
tapi
that for two of those players that have been the best at one time, that one of these teams is
Bukan
guaranteed
nyolok,
to be the first team going
Colokin
home
dulu.
from two teams that won their respective international league, Sean.
Gila.
This now brings the question of
Laptop gue nge-lag banget. Oh, cuma nyalain kamera doang.
What?
Tapi enggak nih kuat ya. Bisa aja.
what would this mean for these teams' legacy?
Gini anjing.
Two teams that won their respective international league, Sean.
Jangan diapa-apain.
This now brings the question of what would this mean for these teams' legacies for both.
Man,
Pretty much except away from
Wait. Kenapa lu pakai green screen?
off. It would feel like
Pakai yang background anjing.
Nggak green screen ini.
those
Background tapi kan.
Ini
really
game
could
background.
be
Yeah, both these teams are. Yeah, both
Babi.
being on the top, being one of the best teams in Valorant for now, and for Liquid, you're right there.
Jadi apain deh.
You finally got your breakthrough. You beat Fnatic.
Bangsat.
you fall,
Huh?
you fall
Ini
short again
lu back terus ya?
for the year.
Enggak. Gue dari tadi lagi ngebersihin keyboard.
Ntar dulu.
It's tough for both teams. It's very
What the fuck?
saddening actually to see both their
Apaan lu? Terus.
What do you yell after winning a round? Nice.
A lot of nice. I'm actually a Let's Go fan. What about you? What do you guys say, actually?
Vamos.
Gue
Oh,
jaga.
us?
Yeah.
Let's go with
Bahasa Korea.
Before this
Bahasa-
match gets
bahasa
started.
lain.
And I want,
Ini kayak aktor Barbie.
what's your prediction? Who's winning this, Sean?
I have to stay true to
Mukanya
VCT America. I know I
cocok
said I
banget.
was a trade.
Barbie.
Earlier, but Loud has been my favorite team to watch all year long. It broke my heart to see.
Before this match gets, before this
Wah, anjing emang. Melek banget anjing.
Kalau ngelek-ngelek coba lu yang bikin.
Enggak, ini enggak ngaruh.
matchup here for either
Gua aja yang kentang soalnya.
of these teams, it
Agak ini kan internet.
really defined a lot of this year. You have the EMEA champions on one
Mulai
side.
coy.
Enggak, tadi pas gua nyalain kamera tuh langsung nge-lag ya.
Terlalu banyak ini makan CPU.
Iya kali kameranya matiin ya.
Matiin aja. Kalau ngelek mah.
FPS.
Anjing iya, kamera langsung ini, Cok.
Enak coy lagunya. Ini. Iya Bibina sama siapa? Ada dua. Iya itu.
Itu Grabbit kan yang ini, Cok.
Something versus Kangkang
Gue baru sadar loh finisher
FTC, you know.
Valorant tuh referensinya ini.
I think just gonna be like
Music apa sih musik di CS:GO tuh namanya lupa gua.
Oh, CS:GO.
Kalau lu
你打比赛也好，
ya kalau lu
干
punya
是为了自己，
kaset yang beli
不是说我打比赛
atau
完
dapat
全
dari
是
box
不是为了外界的一些期望值，对吧？你可能
tiap lu after kill last kill nanti nyetel lagu lu
就是当我
puta
哥在看着
puter
我
per puta puter per
好像身体上
Iya, tahu.
iya ini cuman Valorant versi animasi
仅仅是我身上被
Ini si Kangkang yang jago banget sumpah.
kok ada dia sih
Sama Cicu. Lah emang oh iya, kok ada dia? Kan Liquid ya yang main ya.
TL ya deh oh enggak
Ini kenapa ada muka gua di situ?
cuman ini
playing for play for because I'm enjoying to play. That's it.
because I'm enjoying to play
假
siap
如说论枪法的话，相信
jadi dia jagonya
那个，太看着太爽了。
bakat Cok. bukan
我不希
dilatih
望我变成那个世界第一狙击手的，没有最好的，只有更好的。I still
kalau pro
wanna
player
push
tuh
myself.
ini dia tahu
That's
penempatan
I'll see
pala
myself.
musuh tuh ada di mana
Coba something.
enggak kalau pro player kalau kita kan penempatan pala paling default ya misalnya posisinya di bed terus kita naruh di posisinya misalnya kayak apa namanya di pokoknya di sejajar pala dia berdiri musuh berdiri gitu. Kalau pro player tuh beda dia tuh naruhnya di misalnya musuhnya siap nge-satchel palanya nanti di sini apa gimana
Udah tahu arahnya bakal kemana.
É, todo time tá lá dando o seu melhor e todo
Iya,
time pode
udah
ganhar de você.
Course the pressure is
pre-calculated
high.
pre-calculated
Especially Champions
pre-em
is
mah
the tournament that everyone
pre-emnya udah beda
wants to win.
kelas
It's the biggest tournament of the year.
Beda
Going
apa
up in
beda
a do or die match against Loud, you see the passion of those guys. They have already won the big tournament.
Iya gue
They've
juga
been in
pas
finals. They
ngeliat
know what it
apa
takes
tuh
to
website
win.
yang nge-tracker playtime. Gila aja. Ternyata ada yang lebih gila dari kita gitu.
Vai ser partida
Kayak setiap
eliminatória,
detik tuh
então
main aja.
vai ser nervoso para cada lado, mas quem tiver mais calmo e temos longo caminho pela
The real no life. Pantesan diejek apa? Player Valorant tuh nggak pernah mandi, nggak pernah touch grass. Ternyata itu maksudnya.
想过我自己变成一个非常厉害的选手，但我觉得我现在的国际赛事的经验然后也打了很少。
确实，那现在打起来跟在国内打不一样。不一样是不一样，那遇到的情况也不一样。
所以我觉得我还有很长的路要走。
경기를 하면서 패배한다는 게 그렇게 좋은 기분은 안 들지만 그래도 패배를 했다는 게 곧 저희가 더 성장할 수 있다는 그런 뜻이기도 하니까.
픽스 같은 경우는 뭐 다들 모멘텀 쌓을 것 같긴 해.
我跟沙普尔的对局的话，可能就是他也拿着狙击枪，然后我也拿着狙击枪。
I wanna be player-led. When I walk on the stage, enemies feel like hopeless. 우리가 뭐 항상 말하는 거 있잖아. 우리가 우리 할 수 있는 대로만 하면은 솔직히 조별은 뚫을 수 있을 것 같아.
我自己私心的话，我一直想要成为一个就是超级巨星吧。但是我现在一样还有很多路要走，所以我会加油。
All right, let's jump right in. TL, you are higher seed, Team A or Team B? Team B. Team B. So Loud, you will be Team B, or sorry, Team A, and so we'll start with your first band.
We ban Fracture.
They band Fracture, your band?
Pearl.
Pearl. And map number 1.
We pick Haven.
Haven. Side on Haven.
Or feel for side. Attack side, please.
Attack.
side.
And map number 2.
We're gonna pick Split.
Split.
Attack.
Side on Split. Attack. Next set of bands, starting with Loud, you have Ascent, Bind, and Lotus.
Ascent.
Ascent. And so your band, you have Bind and Lotus.
What do you feel? I think we'll play this. So ban this. Okay, we ban Bind.
Band Bind. So map number 3 will be Lotus. Side on Lotus.
Lotus attack.
Attack. Okay, I'm going to run through this, make sure we are all set to go. First set of bands, we have Loud with Fracture, TL with Pearl. Map number 1 is Haven with TL on Attack. Map number 2 is Split with Loud on Attack. Next set of bands are Ascent and Bind. So map 3 decider, there we go, will be Lotus with Loud on Attack. Sounds good? All right, good luck to you both today.
Good luck. Good luck.
Team Liquid.
Wih. Main di ini Split sama Heaven.
It's the upstarts of EMEA, the only team to beat Fnatic this year, facing off against the reigning champions, the best of Brazil. But both these teams have struggled, a 3-match losing streak for each. And for one of these two squads, despite their prior achievements, despite the high expectations that comes this before in an elimination match, what is the pressure like for those players right now?
I mean, the pressure has to be high for both teams, of course, but it's really how you deal with it. And they've been in this position before. Both teams, I think that they've played high-level matches, they've played in high-pressure situations, and a lot of the preparation leading up to this game is what dictates if you feel the pressure or not. You know, your mental training leading up to it, you know what I mean, Sean? So I think both of these teams, just by the look of it, seem calm, but it really, you can only tell on the server if both teams are playing to the level of competence and kind of looking like they're composed, right?
Yeah, this is the kind of game where if you have one too many coffees, your adrenaline will kick that into overdrive. You'll be way too shaky, you're gonna get nervous, you're gonna make too many mistakes. It's all mental right now. And the approach from Loud in this veto, picking Haven, I literally have goosebumps right now because I hope that we get see the Harbor Viper. Maybe 5 straight on Haven, running the Harbor Viper. It's what got them here today. It's what made them so successful in our region. So if they're
banyak yang
going to go
ngeband.
out, they should
Kecuali
go out
pas
swinging.
main sama
And remember,
Fnatic tuh.
Loud has not really played any Harbor Viper at Tokyo nor here at Champions. They've stayed away from their strengths. But Valen, in this map pool, it honestly seems pretty good for Loud. We'll actually likely get 2 Aspas Jet maps, which I think the comp changes were one of the big issues we were citing with Loud.
Yeah, you definitely want to have your star player like Ospas comfortable on the Jet, of course. I mean, he's pretty flexible, I would say. He can play the Neon and the Raze, but nothing beats his Jet, right? One of the best ops, best rifles, getting those, you know, aggressive picks, being able to dash away is really big for them and for him and the team. But also I want to talk about the fans a little bit because both teams picked attack for all 3 maps. So I think that kind of states like both teams want pace. Yeah, both teams want to dictate the pace. So
we have going back years in these FPS games is you start on attack on these big moments. You said control the pace. Imagine entering, you know, the B site on Haven and there's one defender there. That one defender has a lot to do mechanically in the opening game of the day in the highest pressure scenario.
Team Liquid here because they've been somewhat. Generally, when they start strong, they do quite well. But once things get a little later, when it starts getting scrappy, that's where we've seen some of the issues come out from Liquid.
yeah, definitely. Well, it's starting off on Haven, and they did pick attack, so I think they're going to be able to dictate the pace like we're talking about and kind of just play as a pack so you don't have to rely on your individual mechanics too much. You're just playing as a team, getting comfortable into the series, and Haven 3 bomb site map, it's a perfect map to do so.
And when we're gotta be with Loud. We saw a second ago the watch party event in Sao Paulo, Brazil. When you are a Brazilian team with Brazilian fans behind you, you really have the weight of the world on you. And yes, there's pressure with Liquid too, but they're the team who's had the upsets this year, the team that no one expected to probably even win EMEA to make it this far. So I think that added pressure really does side with Loud.
Exactly, and they were forged in the fires with how they lost lock-in in front of their home crowd. You see Aspas during these tech timeouts, he takes deep breaths, even tech timeouts, he relaxes in his chair. The mental side definitely, in my eyes, goes with Loud, and we get it. Finally, Mimi, the Harbor Viper coming in for Loud.
Yeah, Prime the agent select here, and it's what I think all the Loud fans wanted to see. But Valen, talk me through how this comp from Team Liquid will play into the Harbor Viper.
Yeah, so they do have a Jet, so you're going to be able to kind of get past the Harbor and the Viper utility if you want to take that risk. But also the Breach is not the best counter. I actually like KO in this comp.
I do like the Sky though.
Kalau Laut dia bagus, hold doang bagus.
Behind the Harbor and the high tides. If that was a Sova, I would say, oh, Liquid's done here. Not many teams have done a Sky Breach combo on Haven against Loud.
Ini kan yang
It
epic sih
seems like
ini
they
kalau
have the right idea here for Team Liquid. They won EMEA, but they're on a 3-match loss streak. So is Loud. Someone will have to break the expectations, and someone is headed home. The first match of Champions 2023 for
tapi nggak tahu juga
elimination
sih.
is starting
Bilibili
right
Gaming
now. So Shrine, give it up for
pas
your
lawan
casters, Doug and Bala.
lawan siapa? Lupa apa?
Thank you so much, Mimi Bala. It's game time for these two
Yang di
teams. You
Lotus,
see them
yang di
historically
Lotus.
come from the top of their
Bilibili nol
region
anjir.
to find themselves
Play match.
potentially going out.
Iya, energi berapa kali? 6 kali apa? Bilibili nol. Tapi menang Bilibili.
Champions from last year, at least some of the core on this team. And then they've also done great things in the Americas League. On the other side, I think for Liquid, it's been kind of a slow but kind of steady
Tuh, dia
rise.
turun, kalah
It
udah.
was a little bit of a blip, and
Karena
now
kalau
they're
turun
here
bikin
facing
ngantuk.
elimination. We're sending home
Ini nggak
one
fokus.
champion of the International League
Itu apa sih?
splits. That's
Gelas yang di
just
gelas-gelas itu
crazy
kopi.
to me that after 2 matches, that's where we're ending up.
And we knew that this group was going to be a
Nggak
difficult one
mungkin
to
Red Bull
predict. Some
sih.
called it the group of death. Some called it the group of disappointment.
Sponsor
And
juga
it
nggak harus
feels like we've
diminum
landed
ya.
somewhere in the middle,
Yeah.
where it's just insane to predict.
Call it the group of doubt, I think, because you don't know
Yep.
what you're going to get from these teams. But finally, we're getting this Harbor Viper from Loud, and we actually saw Team Liquid face
mulai deh.
NRG's Harbor Viper at Tokyo, and they did okay, but ended up losing on this specific map.
We'll see how they do here. It's been so highly anticipated. So many conversations around why move away from composition like this. We'll see what the defense
What
can
is
do.
this? What is this? They're pushing back through Garage after taking C.
But they've left Nat.
Anjing,
They have
Lotus,
no
Cok.
idea he's here.
I mean, the mind games are going crazy right now. They're going around the world back towards A, from C to A.
What a good start already.
Di luar
So
nalar.
there either.
Enggak. Aduh, tahu.
That's not able to find any value. Les cleans him up.
They've given him time to reset here.
Yang paling rese kayak gitu tuh.
Back in time to spot this hit
Buat
coming.
para
Tui's is coming through as
lurker-lurker.
well. He has 2 cascades he can still play with, but they've lost the sight. Try to save those for retake utility. Spike goes down. Liquid in control.
And the thing is, they still have 2 cascades here to really deal with, and they also have that Viper orb on site. So while it looks like there's no util from Loud, there is plenty to cut up the space.
The second one went right over the first. You see the paranoia coming out from Liquid to try to buy some time. Redgar repositioning, playing up close. Nothing but classic, nothing but damage found. But Loud on the counter punch. Get the pistol.
Pistol run.
That was Kanzine getting that while stunned, crouch walking all the way through. It was a good attempt from Yampi. But yeah, just giving way too much time there, taking too long
Arbornya
to actually
ngeganggu ini
execute
loh.
on that around the world
Flashnya
strat, which
si
I thought was
Breach.
quite nice. And then losing Nats as well.
One enemy remaining.
Very difficult to get anything done in that situation after the fact.
Gak ada yang kepikiran loh sih, Bang.
And you're already seeing the power of the Harbor Viper. How much
Enak buat
sustainability you
nge-push C.
have when it comes to retakes.
Kalau attacker.
I think you're also seeing, you alluded to this at the beginning of the first round, if this is what we're in for, if that's just the pistol and you've got cheeky strats like that that you haven't really seen before.
Langsung cobain
Yeah,
ntar.
we typically don't see stuff like that from
Yeah.
Team Liquid. They're a lot more of a standard bread and butter team.
Ntar pagi bangun nggak?
See if it continues.
Coba tuh.
I don't expect it to.
Apa?
Ntar pagi bangun nggak?
Emang apa?
Fully grab that, yeah, the orb is gone. He was able to grab
Yes,
it.
halo.
Seemed like he was getting spammed through
Mamat.
smoke initially.
Weh, tadi mati lampu anjing.
But
Goblok.
objective
Belum isi
found.
token.
Repositioning, Sadak
Suara lu
just
kecilan.
narrowly keeps his life.
Aduh, lu.
Safe goes
Lu
double
kecilin.
manages to stay alive, but
Oh iya.
not much more.
A pretty risky peak for
Kenapa emang
Sadak to
ya?
continue to take, given that his Viper wall needs to stay up for that seal.
Jangan pagi lah. Sabtu aja Sabtu.
A little bit of killjoy utility towards B, and you're starting to
Ya
see
kalau mau
Loud
pagi jangan
congregate
besok
on that
juga.
site.
Jangan besok.
3 here now facing it,
Jumatan.
and the cascade to boot.
Iya.
I think Team Liquid is already displaying
Kapan lu
a
main
very good
Valorant?
understanding about how this
Yoi.
composition plays
Nanti.
and where you can start to take
Nanti
advantage
main.
and cause doubt in the head
Ayo,
of
guys.
Tui's, for example, who has to be really proactive with this.
Ja, mana si Marcel mana, Ja?
Right there, breaking the alarm bot, breaking a molly as well.
Lah, itu dia masih main anjing itu.
Seconds left.
Itu bukan harga
That's
yang
conditioning
main.
that's
Itu lihat
going on
TL sekarang semua.
the rest of the game.
Itu siapa yang main?
See some little trickeration, if you will.
Oh.
Look at where Redgar is. Gets behind the smoke, gets crossed. No, he's there. Meanwhile, the rest of Liquid focused on B. And he's going to get back out. 13 seconds left. The spike planted.
Kena spam ini.
Where do they go from here? You see that paranoia. They're going to try to
Buset.
scale up behind it. But Soulcast.
Ternyata Boldog tuh
Two is
seenak
on the
itu.
swing. Yampi's making a run at this.
Bulldog.
2 big
Bulldog.
kills. But numbers still in
Iya,
favor of
Bulldog.
Loud. You've got Les who's going to be on the flank. and
Tapi
well,
kalau
the
udah
flank
main
was
yang
up
long
with.
range.
He was the weaker of the options. Oh, Safe gets another with the Marshall. It's all into Tui's.
Iya. Terus sekarang
This is good. The
oh,
second
What the
follows.
fuck?
A 3K for Loud.
hampir. Deg-deg-dug
Ah,
dar.
gua ambil makan dulu ah, ambil makan.
That was a crazy round.
Ambil popcorn.
So many duels happened until that 20-second mark when they finally
Lihat,
hit
tunjukin
that
otot
reset.
luar.
And everybody was damaged up. For it to last,
Gue udah gak nge-gym
Tunjukkan.
berapa minggu? 3 minggu.
it's crazy.
Tunjukkan, Bang.
Fantastic job getting
Gak ada,
this
Bang.
round into a winnable spot, but
Lagi
ends up
bersihin
overfighting
keyboard.
to get Redgar some help. And that's going to hurt because you definitely thought there was an opportunity, but they do a lot of damage to Loud. So overall should feel like a successful eco round from Liquid.
Yeah, 1000%. You see it on your screen. A Vandal for Les, a Guardian for Sadak, and that's it.
A little bit of a different vibe.
Mana lu mati lampunya lagi Swift play
on
lagi?
defense goes all the way
Apa?
in towards B.
Lu mati lampunya lagi main Swift play.
Iya anjing, bangsat makanya langsung keluar kan tadi gua.
Coba
Discord,
lu
disconnect.
Coba lu login dulu terus play biar menitnya
Oh iya.
Really nice timing on the wall from
menitnya
Tui's
habis.
too.
Yeah, you can tell they're
Biar nggak
really
ini, Cem,
interested
biar
on
nggak
denying
di-ban.
that KJ util from
Biar
going
nggak
down.
nunggu.
You saw Safe be really interested on trying to take down that turret. You saw on the eco round, then breaking the util on B.
I mean, even now,
Megang
Safe is
siapa lu,
looking
Mat?
for that alarm bot. The ping is there. Sadak's going to be the first to try to.
Gua megang ini.
Oh, and Sonic does go
TL,
down.
TL.
So Viper wall's gone, and the alarm bot. That
Megang TL
stress
semua
less
sini.
really
Tim
thinly.
Liquid.
He went down to Yampi too in a position where
Bener kan Tel tim Liquid ya?
That fight wall's giving so much room for
Itu si
Safe to actually
Jampi,
break that.
Yeah.
Solkas.
See if we take a look at it in the
Iya,
replay.
gue megang Tel gue.
Look at the stack though from
Kalau
Loud.
kalau laut ada si Aspas.
Despite peeking B right now, getting a lot of information. Now that they hear the Trailblazers.
Laut yang itu mat yang dibalikin sama Fanatik.
Fanatik mah gila nih, rapi banget man.
Tuh, dia juga tadi.
This is crazy.
Saya nge-spray di wanted.
Enggak di ban gue.
There's the flash and there's the pounce. Ducking in and out, front and behind the wall. Just a few
Yo.
The spike is not involved. The members of Liquid are weak. But Solkas
banyak.
making a run at it. Les is
Ya.
flashes there. The second
Bego
one
anjing.
lands with the 3K.
Tolong.
And Solkas with the perhaps ill-advised peek.
He's fumbling his keyboard there.
Megang utility deh.
Pull out the flash, pull out his gun, pull out his flash.
Tolong.
Ini map si laut.
Now that decision, he also had 2 flashes while that wall.
Gue bilang tadi ini satu buat
the
laut.
Yumpie's flashes and thought they had no way through.
Ini
But
laut
it took so long for Solkas to actually get involved there.
utility kepake
And now
banget
that hurts because they did so much damage on that eco round.
Tadi
They
buat
should
nge-push
have
B gila pakai
had,
banget.
80% chance of winning that. And
Pas
to
lu
bonus,
tadi lagi
now they've allowed
kabut.
the streak from Loud to come through. Still a dangerous one though. Knives out for safe. And there's Guardians bought up. This is a force up from Team Liquid right now.
3 pushing towards A and just 2 from the defensive side. Trying to keep them back. That flash not getting a ton of info.
A major risk for Liquid to go for this purchase. But you've seen them work with the low econ in the prior eco round that they had. This one, full force up, is not something Loud might be expecting. Maybe with just the safe knives.
We can really touch on this. Aspas has an op. And there you see, I mean, you look at it on the minimap right now, you see how dynamic these harbor walls can be, but they're already ahead of it. Aspas is going to get challenged. Opshot misses. Fault line at his feet. He has to dash away. Paranoia is not going to help, but Safe has already gotten backside. He's already gotten down into hell, and he's hunting for more. It was just Kawanzin who was still on the site. How do you funnel back into this? I don't think a flood is an option. You still have an op in hand.
Yeah, if you want a flood, you need that Tui's Harbor to be up at this point.
That's just not the case. So Loud go fishing, maybe gifted a free one. But there's just no entry. There's no way through. Liquid are drawing a line from this site. And between the flashes, you see the mollies, you see the fault line. The dump of utility keeps Loud back.
I was surprised they stayed for as long as they did. They really wanted to do some econ damage here. Because Team Liquid has just found them a way back. Here comes Les, hold on. This is kind of a spammable wall. He's not going to go for anything. Just looking for somebody to overstay, overpush, something like that. But that risk from Team Liquid paying off in huge numbers.
I mean, that's a perfect scenario for them, really. They managed to not lose any weapons, get the spike down, win the round. That's perfect.
Yep. And Solkas with 2 kills. I mean, redemption after that last round. 2 kills through the smoke.
Yep.
And the key ones, too, they needed to get those 2 players who got flashed by Redguard down on the site. If they did manage to do that, all of a sudden have an entrenched position that Aspas can re-peek into.
Udah force by kalah, udah.
Operator still in the hands of Star for Loud. There's a little challenge. But not much more. Meanwhile, you look at the other side of the map, and Sadak has already taken so much space down too long. Redgar's there on the challenge, and he wins that duel out.
And that's 2 very storied and accomplished IGLs going after each other. Whereas individually at Tokyo, both of them had some very rough performances. So to see them taking the duel at each other, it's very interesting.
I wonder how much your Liquid assume that there's nothing else behind this push from Sadak. It seems like they're convinced in their ability to get through.
Tergantung, Cok.
Les is close by.
Tapi mereka dua.
Safe pushing forward out onto the side by himself. The
Kalau mau smokernya ada 2.
Bagus ini anjir coba. Gue lihat.
Percuma kalau musuhnya ngejudge. Gue juga udah pede gitu kan. Masang kasket maju.
Bodoh anjing.
Great movement there from Tui's.
Kayak gue pakai buruk.
Now they're going to have to play this against the two players entrenched down low. This is such a tough spot.
There's a code for Tuis. He goes up top.
OP iya. OP kayak gua anjing. OP kayak gua anjing tadi.
Turu.
Tolol anjing.
Itu Harbornya ngedip sambil nyantai.
Tadi jatuh kayak gua anjing ngedas ke depan lah bangsat. Panik panik. Iya, lihat. Nih, lu lihat nih. Aduh, nggak dilihatin lagi goblok.
Nggak dilihatin. Mati gak dari Killjoy? Enggak kan?
Enggak.
That is we don't get that kind of insight from a coach on those replays very often, but Calm's not
Masih ada duit dong.
in the state that he believes they should.
Berseron.
Concerning seeds for Liquid.
To me, that's a time that you need to just take a timeout.
Yeah. I mean, perhaps they do if this one goes sideways too. Look at that
wall
from Kawanzin.
Wallnya cuma di samping.
Gila sekali ngepick 3 orang anjing.
Tuh mati pakai tuh. Crystal Sasis.
Mana?
Itu
oh
tuh.
iya.
Really good reclear.
Bridge-nya udah. With juga.
Win their way as well with all this control that they've been doing a great job at.
Dude, that smoke is crazy. Aspas goes up top, cleans up red guard, the spike fully.
Belum sih, defender belum tahu kan.
Just that A reclear allowed Sadak and Less.
Heaven tuh defend map defend.
And Tuis as well with the Harbor util is making it really difficult for Team Liquid to punish anything. It's not often you give space to the Harbor Viper to actually go for extra control, but when you do, it's a dangerous prospect.
Yeah. You want to hear, given what we heard from Emil a few moments ago, given how this round has gone, given how the half has gone, you've got to suspect that there's a timeout on the horizon. Because that's a Prime Gaming flawless through for Loud, and that's 4 rounds up.
Someone they should be.
Kemarin Red Bull flawless, sekarang Prime Gaming flawless.
Sponsor.
Kalau not able to capitalize on that is when
Oh iya nih.
things get really tough to reconcile with, and still, Doug, no timeout called. And they're forcing up again.
Iya, force buy lagi.
I can think of is you go back to the opening of the half, and it seemed like they were hanging with
Ngapain force
Loud
buy
with
sih?
just a couple
Beli aja
of
kalah.
minutes. Since then, it has felt very different. But maybe this is where things change. You've got the Rolling Thunder, you have the ult for Red Guard too, and it seems like they want to go towards A.
You can tell Loud early on in this round to try to get some of the util out. And Sadak's coming over too, which is very odd to me. Because I was expecting them to act like the strong
dia mau
servers on A
ini.
and then end up
Mau
leaving
full
us
win
with
di
a
attacker
retake, but
tapi
it's full retake for C that they're intending.
Anjing, bisanya apa? Anjingnya bisa lincah-lincah begitu ya?
Yeah, you see it right there.
Gue pengen belajar.
Kalau kita yang main kayak anjingnya ngesot.
Iya, anjingnya ngesot.
But ultimately pops back up. Red Guard doesn't take
Disabilitas kalau kita yang make.
I'd be very confused if I'm Team Liquid not seeing anybody jump spot on this angle.
Betul.
There we go.
That's why. Hey, he went coast to coast, bro. Remember Sadak was at A just a few moments ago.
Yep.
Nggak di ini loh, nggak di flash ya. Di flash juga nggak bakal ke flash.
Breach ult coming as well from Yampi.
Let's go, bar.
I don't think Loud are fully confident on where this hit is. It's just Sadak here by himself.
Oh, jatah mati. Enggak ada yang
Viper udah mati.
tolol anjing. Enggak ada nge-backup, Cok.
Red Guard.
Wah, tolol.
Main kenapa di sini?
Semua orang main doang, berharap apa?
Anjing juga nge-lag goblok.
Wih, 3-2.
Ya, tolol lah, bego.
2-2.
Ah, yang tepat nih.
Wah, tolol.
Anjing nge-lag goblok.
He peeks behind flat, tries to get a kill.
Oh, nge-lag anjing.
From Sadak early in that, but
Nyalain kamera.
the more I think about it, the more I think Sadak has a fantastic
Timeout juga dia akhirnya.
Team Liquid.
Emang dari tadi.
Finally, we're gonna get that timeout. He's been, you know, he's not.
Skin lu tuh harus bisa one tap.
One tap gue begitu. Langsung one tap.
Wanti-wanti,
I think
mantep.
He said this game we felt a lot more prepared. We feel like we did our research a lot better.
Dia belum ngeliat gue aja, belum ngeliat primanya gue.
I think you can even, if I remember correctly, something about just like they're smiling more, right? Like little things like that. How are you feeling going into this?
Bisa begitu.
Pressure do you have on
Mau gambar lu.
Again, given the fact that they've lost 3
layarnya.
Banget maksud udah kayak tablet itu.
Lu lihat ini nggak?
It's just a drastic subversion of expectations relative to what we thought they were going to be. So for
Bener,
them, you come in
HP harus
a little
begini
bit looser,
sekarang.
a little bit more comfortable, and so far it's
Itu layarnya sengklek anjing lama-lama. Begini nih ke bawah anjing.
Jujur apa maju.
Finally, speaking of which, Liquid call a timeout. Down 5 rounds. We'll see what the changes are on the other side of this.
They're still forcing up here with no spike plan again. Like, this is getting concerning, man, especially out of a timeout. They just don't care. And the funny part, too, is we've already seen evidence of Team Liquid being very good when they don't go like this, when they go for a little bit of a save round with just the
Loud, or excuse me, Aspas has the op. Oh my goodness.
Dodge.
No way, bro. He's got this
Toiletnya bawa ke kamar.
And they've already done so much damage to Nats.
Toiletnya bawa. Apa gitu balik.
Does Aspas get a shot?
Goblok OP-nya tolong.
Does get the shot, it does not land, and now
Smoke.
pushing forward. Though
Lu ini mah
cautiously.
smoke. Dia nggak perlu smoke. Harus langsung nge-flick aja.
Kalau gua langsung smoke sih anjing. Takutnya dia ngejar.
Platinum moment. Kalau OP miss dikejar.
Loud is managing to amass via the utility that they're using is just outrageous.
Tuh anjing lincahnya anjingnya bisa begitu lu.
Oh bagus tuh skinnya.
Bisa jiggle
Trying to defend the util. Team Liquid is just focused so hard on breaking it all. The TP up into Dark from Redguard. Forces everybody off site.
Gila dengan 2 smoker. Dengan 2 smoker. Kok bisa begitu?
One way itu disangkutin di atas.
And there it is. You wondering if that was a cue for them to go off of?
Anjing, balikin.
And they're almost overlapping one another.
Paling rese gitu tuh. Dua-duanya ulti.
They're pushing forward.
Gap satu doang.
And yeah, one's been detained, but Twist is still alive. 38 HP though. He doesn't have
gila,
much to work with. Nats drops him. See, reinforcements arriving. The op in the hand.
Aduh, miss. Aduh. Tolol banget topengnya.
Quarters of the way. There's no
Lagi
way
dia cooking.
in. Less with 4 and another for Loud.
OP-nya mending kasih ke gua dah.
Yang ada tiba-tiba OP-nya di tangan musuh.
Enggak, Cok. Jago
berpindah. Berpindah tangan.
You're right, the counter lockdown is nice, but the only place that you can really fight
Oh,
against
pisaunya kayak gua tuh, karambit.
You have to fall so far back down short.
Tuh, karambit, bos.
Saya udah ngebaca ini kalah. Map kebencian mereka di
Ntar paling split.
Menang dia tuh.
Oke, pakai judge. Split lagi namanya pakai judge.
Mapnya tim Liquid tuh split.
Tapi kita main di split nggak pernah menang.
Nggak pernah menang, kita dilepas mulu. Tadi menang kan?
Iya, tadi menang. Kalau dapet side menang, kalau nggak dapet side tuh kayak udah pasti kalah.
Jumpy just uses Aftershock to clear the KJ util, which he did get successfully the alarm bot.
That Nano's still there. And you're still
Tuh,
gonna have to get through
anjingnya
this
bisa
first.
gitu, Cok. Bisa ngejiggle lagi.
Bisa mundur.
So once again, you're seeing Loud take space down too long.
And this is the same story every round from Liquid, which it feels like you have to, but
itu skin champion kalau nggak top frag jelek ya.
over these 9 rounds.
Lu nggak pantas buat makan.
Oh, skin gua tuh 4 second, bos.
The commitment to the game plan
Skin
here.
enak nih, bos.
This is so interesting for Loud because if they lose control of C, they have retake tools, but they have a couple players on site So do you choose to fight?
Oh, and they have no clue about Aspas. Again, this fake into C. They did this
Anjing
on the
nggak
pistol
jadi.
round.
Malah
A
narik
lot
mundur.
different.
Oh, this time it's getting real value. Tui's drops the Reckoning.
And pulling this out is super
That's
key.
huge. I mean, that kill out from Sol Casada could have stopped
Nih,
the
gue
round.
pengen beli skin itu tuh.
Time was left.
Skin gaya.
One, maybe 2 kills seals it.
Pas slow off itu lagi diskon
But
ya.
not the case. And now Loud have to figure out how you're going to
Kaget
retake
tuh.
into 3v5 where you don't
Ini
have
pas
the
gue lagi
Reckoning, where you have Aspas
gencar-gencar main sama Eja tuh.
And remember, actually,
Lu kan
what
nggak
he
main
was
tuh.
talking about, we heard the replay.
Lagi diskon itu
Same
back
was their
bundle.
call. They basically ran the same
Nih,
strat here.
kalau
Break all the
skin.
util fake, see a little bit, and then go back
Oh,
towards A.
enak
But
banget.
the tools
6.000
much
ya?
Hah?
Ada lagi diskon
Iya.
itu gitu.
See how aggressive Aspas is going to get here. He's got the op. You imagine you want to preserve it going
Diskonnya
into the
mainnya lagi
next
sama
level. They're
Recon,
gonna money, but
Recon
ultimately the
Spectre.
conversation doesn't matter.
Pakai
It
OP-nya
falls to the
salah.
ground. We'll see if Liquid try to
Harus
pick it up.
ditutor dulu.
Yeah, I believe Yampi did. And if
Kalau
that's the
ngeliat
case, we're
orang
gonna see
pakai
a
AWP
track side
di
off for
CS
Liquid,
gue
which we
lebih
haven't seen.
ini, lebih
All map.
proper mainnya.
Iya lebih.
Kalau di Valorant
enak
tuh,
ya. AWP
Iya.
CSGO tuh enak banget.
Really hard to stress
Iya
the
feelnya
value
enak.
of that.
Kalau di
Kayak
kalau
di
tuh
kayak di
kayak
PB, kayak di PB.
jauh banget. PB lu sambil maraton bisa.
My team Liquid frequently, and he's been losing his fights.
Tapi
Tadinya
kalau di CSGO kan nunggu ngeblurnya hilang dulu baru ditembak kan langsung lurus.
Behind his wall.
Tapi kalau lagi ngeblur lu jongkok jalan tuh lurus itu walaupun
Iya
ngeblur.
emang lurus iya.
In the hands of Safe now.
Gua waktu itu pernah nyoba.
Lu noskop,
Perhaps expecting
noskop jongkok lurus itu.
not the case so far.
OP noskop jongkok nggak
Meanwhile,
lurus.
Aspas still with one of his own.
Crazy
Kalau
part
OP
here is
Valorant anjing kagak lurus.
the only player who actually is getting to see anybody
Yeah.
at the
Lost connection.
is Aspas a lot of times. Team Liquid is getting denied. Finally,
Lu
they might
gitu.
actually be able to challenge less in Garage, but as soon as he
Lost
hears that
connection.
Trailblazer, he's gone.
Udah Hana. Timnya udah Hana.
Just